showing you 59-57, Moose by 2. Sorry for the delay. Having a little techno issue up here. Up and again. It's been Caleb McGuire's got 6 points here in the second half of action for the Moose. He's been getting the job done. That's rung outside and down by Tavares. Got a good one brewing here. Garrett goes, and they're going to call Garrett offensive. So you missed a little bit, but not too much. Not much has changed since we left you. 61-60 now. Glad we're back and hope this will stay solid for us. Try to get the scoreboard back up and all. Comes outside. This is Lates with it. He's going to dish it in the corner. Off the elbow. Tavares goes, and let's see what they're going to call here. They're going to call the foul. Coach Ford is about to have an aneurysm. They're going to call that on Garrett. Coach Ford is beyond incredulous. So Garrett's going to have to sit as he picked up 2 quick ones there. That's his 4th, I'm sorry, before they could put it up. The 3rd was the offensive one. The 4th is that one. Garrett's had a great game here. Inside, tipped away, loose. And Mannix with it. So Mannix is going to get a lot of playing time here in the second half with 16 minutes left. More than capable, as we've seen Taylor have some really good impact on games here, and the Moose will be counting on him here with that. So we hope our situation's stabilized. We're trying to get our scoreboard back up for you. Not sure what's going on here tonight. The gremlins of the keyboard are taking over our computer, apparently. Rogers with it now, looking for help. Going to dish it across to Keith. Way outside. Rogers with it. Kept alive by Mannix and out of bounds off Taylor, so it'll be Lynx basketball. They trail by 1. 61-60 is your score. Like we got our scoreboard back. We're not going to mess around with any replays here tonight since our program's being a little quirky on us. Right side. Williams got it down inside. Came back outside to Lates. That one didn't go. Rogers got the rebound. Almost poked away, but he's got it back again over to Chesley. Lynx are in man now here in this half. Wilbur back off to Mannix. Caleb McGuire has been good this half. Keith looking for some room. He gets fouled. That's the first team foul of the second half against the Lynx. 3 on the Moose, 2 of them on Alley. Garrett's sitting with 4. Skipped inside, and that was a tough one to handle, but I think they got a break on it. They'll have a redo here. Mannix to inbound. Taylor looking high, gets it outside to Caleb, almost picked off, but Caleb got it back. Wilbur rings it out. Caleb, big rebound. Dishes inside, put up and down for Taylor Wilbur, but boy, credit Caleb. McGuire and Caleb's having a great second half here so far. On the floor it goes. Great play there by Wilbur. Mannix goes, puts it up, gets fouled. Boy, Wilbur made a great play on the floor, tipped it ahead. Mannix went, got fouled. He'll get 2.
Yeah, I really like to see Wilbur follow a shot, something that he's kind of worked on in the latter half of the season here. Having done so, Caleb with the rebound feeds Wilbur, and then Wilbur on the flip side, on the defense side, after making the layup, the tough layup, being able to take the ball away and get it to Taylor Mannix, doing a really good job, too, of bringing the ball down and cutting across the right-hand side and cutting across the face of the defender, making it more difficult to block the shot.
So Taylor gets 1 of 2. Oh, that's good head and shoulder fake. Now back outside. Rung down that time by Curtis Williams. 64-63. Really good one brewing right here. And let's see. No such thing as a force out anymore, so they'll call it a foul. That'll be third team foul, 3 apiece now here, 14-19. So we hope our situation here is stabilized. Comes inside to Rogers. Boy, they're playing Rogers tough, and over the back on him was Tavares. Lots of high school action here. Rogers in for 2. One near and dear to us, the Gardner Tigers on top of the half, 39-17 in their prelim game. I say that so that the Munzing boys can hear the score.
Yeah.
Maybe some of you out there are high school basketball fans. If you are, we're going to be working with the NFHS network starting Friday. We'll have 24 quarterfinal games from here high above courtside at the Augusta Civic Center. NFHS network. Go to it. It's a pay-per-view. Caleb with a big second half continues. From the corner, no. Rebound pulled down by Mannix. Back outside. Now the entry pass, that was a tough one to come in, but they got it in and got a foul. (69-63). Moves up by 6. Coach Ford calling for some adjustments. Comes out high. Taylor Mannix, he's in the game because Garrett Alley's got 4 fouls against him. Taylor's going to pop outside. No. This is Curtis Williams, goes coast to coast and gets fouled. Fouls on Mannix, and we said second. Team 4th. 6 fouls now have crept up against the Lynx, so one more foul, the Moose will go to the free throw line. They'll be shooting. First one's good. Williams will get a second one. Got them both. 4-point game. So we've seen the Lynx go to man here in the second half, Nate, as they match up. Wilbur going on Yates. And we got a foul. I'm not sure it's on Lates or is it going to be Williams underneath? One of the two. We'll see who they put up on the board. It's going to be Lates. First one on Jordan.
Quite a difference here in the second half in regards to the fouls, and in the pace of the game is so broken up by these fouls that neither team has been really pushing the ball all that much like we saw in that first half.
Yeah, the Moose have had foul line woes in the game. Zenny back outside. 3 rings in and out. Rebound for the Moose. Rogers another one. Got a bucket full of them. Oh, that's looped. Ches made a good play to come get it. Tries to draw the contact. Goes up. No. Gets it to Rogers. A little disjointed on this. We'll see the shot clock is at 18. Nice.
Oh, great feed.
Great feed. And Ches with a great job of body control to finish it. Really nicely done.
Yeah, well, I was a little worried if he collected that down to the base or down the box that he was going to have difficulty going back up, but he made a really good play to catch the pass and go right up with it while he's still in the air.
Tavares with a nice finish as he was going right to left and continued his body left, but he got the elbow aimed at the basket and got it down. Rogers now. Rogers looks to go. He does. Dishes underneath and up and down that time for Caleb McGuire. He's got 11 in this half, we think. So he's had a great half. Lates. No, Rogers. Lots of rebounds. Wilbur goes. Puts it up. No. Thought he drew contact, trying to get a call. The official will just shrug it off. And now it'll come back outside.
Yeah, completely different pace by NHTI here in the second half.
Came in, that was good step over defense, but it came back a little offense by accident. That time Curtis got in, Curtis Williams got in, put it home. So 73-69. We've got ourselves a timeout. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back. Good one going. Come back with us.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
This song called California Nate, is that what they call this song? What is this called?
California.
I don't know. They had California, and I thought maybe they were playing it for Brandon Rogers out of Turlock, California, originally. What's this, like Wild Wild West or something like that?
No.
No, I don't know anything. I'm good on Beatles trivia. 73-69. Loops it inside to Rogers. Line pass. Tried to give it back to Rogers, but stepping in, getting the passing lane. Caroma, he's got it now. Back outside it goes. Tavares has got the rebound, but he runs into Caleb McGuire, and Rogers, as he does, has got the rebound. Wilbur's all by himself. He should take that three because that'll hit. No, didn't. Usually it's good for it. Keith, what a great hustle play. Back outside. McGuire has been on fire this half. That one won't go. Rebound kept around. Nice job. It comes to Rogers. That was Brown inside. Swoop goes. No. Second chance rebound. What do we got?
Yeah, our former official over here, Andy Munzing, calling that simultaneous possession.
Yeah.
If that's the case, you can't travel during that. No one's technically got possession of the ball.
So I think he just kind of let it go out until somebody gets possession.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he can call something.
Yeah, I think it was a little too quick.
Yeah.
It could have been the position of the official, not really seeing that.
They've been good tonight, though. They've been letting them go for the most part. The Lynx said they get 7 fouls. Tavares, boy, he's a good ball player. I don't think he's come out of the game, except for the time he took a chest wound there in the first half. He blistered underneath, went out, caught his breath, came back in. Good, tough player. Rogers now, 1 point game. Got a feeling this one's going down the wire. Swoop. Swoop Rogers, right side.
Well, I love seeing that because the last couple of games that wow.
Tavares comes out and says, take that there, big boy. Love it.
The last couple of games we've seen, I've wanted Brandon to be able to come out and just collect the ball and have his teammates clear out a spot because he's beating everybody off the dribble with ease. So it's good to see, but they got to figure something out defensively.
Right. Yeah. Tavares has been killing him here in the second half, and it's been a good ball game overall. We had tied 53 at the half, was 75 with 9:34 left. We'll come back. Finish this one out after this.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
White basketball. Taylor Wilbur to inbound does. Brown's got it now. Brown holds outside. They're right out on Rogers. He goes up, lays it off to Wilbur. There's the shot.
Wow.
So if he starts tickling that twine from out in the 3 range with the way McGuire's playing and Ches in the first half. It'll be hard to stop, and nobody can stop Tavares.
Well, and that's the thing. They got to start putting a little bit more effort into their defensive set because they haven't really done anything all game. And this being such a close game, I mean, they're scoring kind of, both teams are at will.
Yeah.
So time to dig in defensively here.
Yeah, you're right, Nate. Whoever digs in on the D is going to go a long ways towards winning that. We can get some stops. Rogers went again. The good news for the Lynx, he didn't get the basket because they fouled him on the way through. So he'll go to the free throw line where he has had some problems, shall we say, tonight. Not so much in the second half because we haven't seen it much in the second half. But first half from the free throw line, looks like the stroke is back for Brandon, though. He's got a check-in coming here. So he's back in the game here. For the Lynx, it's going to be Gabe Nichols. Nichols had a good start to this game. A couple of buckets early on, the first 5-6 minutes. Keith Priest up off the bench here for the Moose, and he will check in right now. Keith will come in for Brown. Get some of the ball handling chores here. That gets Wilbur, as we've said many times, off the ball handling part of things so that he can set up, particularly when he gets hot. I think that's what Coach Ford likes. He senses Wilbur's a little hot, so, let's get somebody else maybe do a little dribbling here, and then we'll get it back to him. Rogers got it now. McGuire's working hard inside. Swoop's going to pull outside, no. Rebounds pulled down here, and Zenny's got it. Kicks it back outside for Nichols, and he's got it off the bench down through the net. That's what you like. Instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, UMA's just kind of folding underneath. They really haven't gone out and contested very many threes tonight, and it's really it's killing them. Every time they get a run going, and they're playing really well offensively, or they get a defensive stop, then NHTI comes back down, they shoot a 3, and they're right back in it.
Well, that was a big boy shot by Caleb McGuire there. So he got shut off. There was some good D there. You can't fault the D on that one. They shut him off, pushed him out, turnaround jumper down. Here we go. Tit for tat. We could go like 12 overtimes on this one, the way it's going, 82-82. Well, it's going to come down to somebody having to get a stop. There's another rebound. Wilbur's got it here, up and in. Boy, McGuire fed him nicely. Well, we saw that twice now, Nate, so far, almost the same situation. Now, miss
exactly.
3 and follow it and get the pass back off the rebound because the Moose are doing a great job on the offensive board.
Yeah, UMA down here in their defense set, they got to really expand out defensively, really go out to those shooters. I think, like I said before, I've said it a couple times, talking about their 2-3 zone, if the ball comes down underneath, it's an advantage to them because they're taller, they're bigger, and they can leap and out-rebound. And they play good defense underneath, but what they're really lacking is being able to contest and get out and try and
There's your clear out right there, as you were talking, Nate. This is a big floor. We saw it Saturday. I'm not sure they had a regulation floor up there Saturday at EMCC. A full-size floor plays right into Brandon Rogers because you can spread out the floor. He can get isolated and get some more room in there, and that's exactly what the Moose were doing. Now, one of the things we can look at defensively for the Moose, they did a really good job of it Sunday in the game that you saw here in Muncie Media, is they extended that 2-3 out and became a trapping defense, Nate, and that really got them back in the game against the EMCC.
Yeah, I don't know about NHTI. The NHTI looks like they've got some ball handlers that could weave in and out of that pretty easily, and they're fast. They're awfully quick. We saw that earlier in the first half when they were pushing the ball up and down the court like it was nothing.
And off the elbow, in underneath. And nice tipping. Karoma. 87-86. 6:33 left. Out high comes Rogers. He's going to take that 3 from downtown. And
wow. Well, you can see it get set up. Rogers, the defender, kind of, just asking him because he's been beating off the dribble so much, go ahead and shoot that, and he nailed it.
Here comes Wilbur. Can he finish? Yes, he does on the turnaround there. A 3 and a 2. 96-86. Quick turnaround here for the Moose.
Yeah, this is the best offensive game we've seen UMA play all year.
Absolutely. And one of the more entertaining games that we've had, too, because Nichols has come in off the bench here and hit his 2 shots, a 2 and a 3 right out of the gate. Rogers rebound, puts it up from an impossible angle. Tipped, who's got it? We're going to get over the back. I think it's going to be called against the Lynx.
Well, Keith doing such a good job. Priest being underneath and being able to box his man out. He got his hand on the original one. It kind of got tipped back up in the air, but he was in good position there and getting fouled.
Well, don't forget the role that Garrett Alley played early on here. He was fantastic early on and then picked up a couple of quick fouls, a couple suspect, but he's over there loosening up now. So he hasn't played in this half, I don't believe. Garrett has not been in, so he's well rested. You just hope rigor mortis hasn't set in. You know, that's the other thing that you got to worry about a little bit. And so Garrett's over there stretching. I think you're going to see Garrett in here pretty soon with about 5.5.
Going to the scores table right now.
Count it.
Wow.
And that was a long-distance one by Traveris, who has really been the man for the Lynx here in the second half. What a shot here by Traveris as he's way out high, hits the three. Priest fouls him, and he'll go to the free throw line. And just as we said, the Moose made a little run right back at you. Inadvertent buzzer there. The kids did a good job by playing through that. They'll let Garrett in now, and the Lynx will go up by one. What a game this has been. This has been entertaining. Best game that we've had of the season here for the Moose. Hold on with 5.5 left. Garrett's in. Remember, he's playing with 4. Gets it back. Keith with it. Rogers. They'll come out on Rogers. Keith carried the load offensively in the first half. Tough one there. Garrett goes up. Didn't foul. Let's see. And it's going to stay Moose. Garrett did a good job knocking it off. And a good hustle play by Yuri Traveris. And he has played the whole half. And he has played a terrific ball game here tonight. Traveris been very, very impressed. Impressed with both teams offensively. And looking to see which one can come up with the defensive stops. Back door it goes. They got it to Alley, but that was stolen away. So there's a defensive play for the Lynx. Got a 2-on-2 coming here. Zenny traveled.
Yeah, even Zenny on his way down, kind of a little bit out of control. I thought he kind of palmed it or carried the ball once, and then as he was kind of going across his body, making a crossover dribble, just picked it up. He got on his hip.
So the offensive fireworks have stopped a little bit here. Rogers has got it. He's going to go right side, swoop through, put it, get fouled.
I mean, it's easy. He's collecting the ball at the top of the key, and his teammates are doing a really good job of finally not crowding him.
Yeah.
They're staying away, and it's creating lanes. He's beating his man off the dribble every time he collects the ball. So as long as his teammates stay away, then the second defender can't come over and get in the way.
Yeah, because Rogers is also a very good passer, as we see. So hits a three-point play, 95-93. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook at the Augusta Civic Center. Comes back outside. Zenny. And he's got an all-netter. Vinny Zenny. Puts the Lynx up by 1. Brown at the scorer's table. Rogers, they clear again. Little congestion there. Went in underneath. Garrett's got it somehow. He goes up, gets it knocked away. Zenny's got it. Going to circle back. Get it to Traveris, and here they come. Lynx up by 1. Right side it goes. This is Williams, and he's got a 3. And Coach Ford's going to take the timeout. Well, who's taking the timeout? I'm not sure who the timeout's on. I think both coaches called timeout, Nate. Am I right?
I didn't see. We got to figure out where the official's pointing to.
Let's see.
He's calling a 30 to.
I'm not sure who they look
I
to me
don't know
like
who they
we'll say
awarded
right
the
here
timeout to.
because I saw Coach Ford jump up and make the T sign, and then Coach Hogan was doing the same thing. So I think it may have gone to Lynx. So, well, this being our last men's game, we want to thank Jim Ford and all his players, Warren Newton and Corey Harris, the assistants, athletic director Warren Newton, for helping us out here. Renee Grant, terrific
Renee's
support.
great.
Yeah, Renee is so great to work with, and Renee's not one of those ones that you ever see out, running around the court and shooting baskets and stuff like that. But this whole thing doesn't work without Renee. She's the administrative assistant and does a great job of coordinating everything. And if we've left everybody out, we don't mean to do that. But boy, Warren's Newton is fantastic to work with. Always comes up, checks with us, makes sure we have everything that we need before the game, and is always appreciative of our efforts here. So we want to thank all the fine folks in the UMA men's basketball program and do the same thing with the women's here tonight as well. Comes inside to Garrett. Garrett's going to muscle. Put it up. No. Tip. No. And this is a possession that the Lynx can really put a little distance. And second chance opportunity. They'll pull it back out. In and out. Boy, the Lynx at 99-95, Nate. Boy, they could have put a little distance here. Moose dodged one. Brandon got up and was in trouble. It's going to come ahead of the pack here to Paloma, and he's got it. So the Moose got some work to do. 3:26 left here. The defense, we talked about it coming up, and the Lynx have dug in a couple of possessions here and got a couple of turnovers. Big possession here. Keith goes hard, puts it up, no, rebound, and they're doing a much better job on the rebound, and foul called in the backcourt here, and going to the free throw line will be Karoma.
Yeah, NHTI doing a better job of getting more defenders down in the box.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. There are no lanes that are created because there are so many of their defenders down there, and they're getting the offensive rebounds. They're really doing a good job of contesting those shots underneath and then go ahead and rebounding. Coach forward with timeout here.
Yeah, he'll take a full timeout, so won't we? We'll come back. 3:11 up. We'll come back after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
Moose with some work to do. They trail 101-95, 3:11 left. Plenty of time. Don't need a stop, I think, here. Let's see what they can do.
Here they go, extending up that trap zone.
So there it is. Tavares looks to break, takes it to the middle, does a good job, and now kicks it out of bounds. So that's a good job by the Moose, just what they needed. A turnover. Tavares originally did a good job taking it to the middle where it's hard to trap him. As he came down the lane, the ball went off his shin out of bounds.
Yeah, and you usually see that, that offense, or excuse me, that defense, once you break that trap, you want to take the ball automatically down the hole. And, that's the kind of the advantage of UMA there, because they're so big underneath that they can probably defend. And Wilbur with the unforced turnover there.
Yeah, I thought Rogers was going to pop out, and that's one of those things you just got to let go of. Play some defense. 2:50 left. Here's the trap. They did a good job of breaking it down, but didn't get the make. Get a new clock. Boy, that was a force. They should have eaten some clock there, Nate. I think they had
that was a mistake.
Yeah, you want to take that out, you could have got down to 2 minutes. Wilbur on the pop, and there. That's why you forget about it and come back and hit your three. 101-9, and that was a tough three. That was off the pass and the ball up as you're falling backwards. That was a big boy three for Wilbur. Right side skipped. Ooh, on the balloons. Over the scores table, on the balloons.
Yeah, they got to reset the shot clock. I saw it running. It went out of bounds at about 21 or 22. And it ran down to 18 seconds.
Yeah, Moose won't mention this.
No. I don't know if the official caught. He must have, because he saw it was running.
Yeah, they're going to reset it, Nate. Let's see what they reset it to.
I was also curious on a kickball whether or not you just get a new clock regardless.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure.
It doesn't seem like they're awarding them that way.
No, I wouldn't think so, because they've got to...
Yeah, 22 seconds back on the shot clock. Or should say 22 on the shot clock, not 22 back on.
So the total of 22 seconds, because that's important, because you got to think that they're going to want to use this 22 seconds. Are they still discussing it? They could come up and look at the Munzing Media replay. We've hung off replays because our program was giving us a little schizoid tonight, so I'm going with that. Boy, that was a push that Caleb got away with. Wow. Caleb almost pushed Karoma into the refreshment stand. Wilbur's got it now. Plenty of time. Moose don't need to hurry. Get a good possession going here. They'll get it inside to Garrett. Garrett, Muscle Beach for 2. A 101-point game.
I'd almost like to see UMA invert this and go 3 on the outside. But take a turnover or anything.
Yeah, they'll take a turnover
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in a row. And just a quick changeup. Not that trap was really doing its job, but just the changeup in the scheme really gave NHTI some fits.
So you got to think that you got to get one of the shooters going. Goes inside to Garrett's got it, and he's gonna finish.
How fitting!
Wow, and what a play by Wilbur to penetrate and dish, and tough finish for Garrett gives the Moose a 1-point lead here. And here comes that semi-trap here.
Well, they sit back in their 2-3 now. They went back to
pop outside, lined up. Who's got the rebound? Moose. Got a full clock, about a 20-second differential, I'm guessing. We'll see if the Lynx come up. Keith's got it. Wilbur's got it. They want to clear. Wilbur goes, gets it to Garrett. Garrett's going to go muscle up, and ball's knocked out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock, 38 on the game clock. 1-point lead. And let's see what we get for a timeout.
Full timeout.
Full timeout. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll take one break, and we'll come back, and we'll have 30 seconds to talk strategy when we come back after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
See the team's still in the huddle. Moose possession. They lead by 1. They've got 16 on the shot clock, 38 on the game clock. They've had great success since Garrett's come back in the game. He's given them inside threat because there's so much attention on Rogers that Garrett's been able to run free inside, and they've fed him. He's hit a couple of huge baskets here to bring the Moose back here. What are you looking for here, Nate?
Well, I mean, I think it's the obvious play here is to kind of get the ball down into Rogers, trying to get him up at the top of the key and isolate him and just let him beat his man to the basket.
And that's what they do. Rogers has got it. They like to take some time. They'll probably go to work here at about 8 seconds. Keith's got it. He's picked outside. Keith will lean her in. Doesn't go. Not the shot I think that they wanted.
We've seen Keith get in a couple of those scenarios here as of late with the clock running down. The up fake doesn't go necessarily because you don't want to foul in that scenario.
Yeah.
So you're kind of stranded. So, I mean, it's a tough spot to be in. He tried to get the foul as best he could, but...
Well, let's see what the defense holds here. Shot clock off. We're coming down to game situation. We'll let it play out. The pop is off the glass and home, but it gives them 11 seconds left. The Moose get 11 seconds left, down by 1. Foul situation, bonus situation. If the Moose can take it hard to the hole, they've got 6 fouls against the Moose. Bonus situation against the Lynx, so you can go hard.
You know what I like about that previous play, Rob, is NHTI just taking the ball and going to the hoop. You don't see it enough that teams will wait and wait and wait, and then the pressure builds. It's easier to play defense in that scenario rather than go ahead, collect the ball, get it at at the elbow there and go ahead and get a good shot up and nailed it. So I'd like to see that. I wouldn't like to see, we saw this the last game that we did, that UMA take the ball down to at least 5 or 6 seconds and then scramble at the end. They didn't have any time for any second chance stuff. I'd like to see them inbound the ball and go to the basket with it.
Yeah, I think they should take it high to the hole and see if they can, maybe draw the foul. Because the thing is, even a floor foul, Nate, is 2 shots in the bonus situation, which can win you the ball game. So, clear out, get it to somebody going north and south, and everybody else crash the glass and see what they can get.
Yep, just be under control while you are bringing the ball down to the basket, exactly, because, as soon as you get out of control, the officials are not going to call anything.
Right.
And, you don't want to lose the ball and turn it over, obviously, at the end of the game.
The Lynx will step up here, I think, and put some pressure on the ball, and they're stepping up, and press breaker's on, and now it's off, and Wilbur's going to wait, and now he's going to grab it and go. So you'll see the clock go, and you'll see it play out. Now they're going to call timeout. So they just wanted to rush the ball. We'll stay right with it. Rush the ball into the front court where they can set up with 9 seconds to go. So that's good strategy by Coach Ford there, and that's something that they work on in situational play all the time. Now, we've seen the Moose have heartbreaking back-to-back losses. We did the game Saturday, came down the wire last Friday night. They lost on a possession with EMCC. They played great defense. The guy was leaning out of bounds from just inside half court. He put up a shot, fired a shot off the glass and in to beat him. And then last Sunday, a 1-point game. So the Moose have played, as we've seen most of the season, everybody really, really, really tough here. So this is going to be a fantastic finish to what's been a fantastic game. I think I said early on, Nate, that we'd be looking at a 105, 104. Didn't I say
did,
that?
Yeah.
Really? I think I said that right at the, sometime early in the game, and here we are at 103, 102. So,
I'm curious to see here if they're going to get the lob into Brandon or if they're going to stay away from that and try and get him on a one-on-one. If they go with the lob, the outlet usually is Garrett. So how fitting would it be if the lob's not there, they get it into Garrett somehow and down in the box, and he can lay one in potentially for the win.
Well, we'll let you see it at home as
watch Brandon Rogers here on the curl.
So Rogers sets and curls. It comes in now to Keith. Keith goes to work right side. He's down, leans it in. Rogers has got it. He's got it up. It drops it home. Drops it home with .9 left. And that will do it.
Wow, though that shot was close from where we were. Wow.
What a shot. You saw it. You see the celebration. The Moose are some happy down there on senior night. Garrett Alley has played the game, I think, I'm going to go out and say it, of his UMA career here tonight.
I think you're right
and
there,
don't
Rob.
forget, he spent most of the second half on the bench. You saw him stretching out. We said it's Garrett time with about 6 minutes left. He came in, went bang, 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 3 hoops, and Rogers, of course, was immense in this whole game. Ches early on was lighting it up to start with. This is the best team win. Wilbur had a couple of streaks where he went, hey, listen, you score 104 points in a basketball game. You've had contributions from a lot of kids here, and you can see how happy they are. And the women are as happy for them as well. And good congratulations. Andy's got it for you down there, the picture there coming off the floor for the men. And, boy, what a game here from UMA, the Augusta Civic Center. It was a great one, a 104 to 103 finish. Lynx played a terrific game here. We want to mention a few of them as well. Jordan Lates with a fantastic
unbelievable
game.
Shooter.
And Traveris in the second half was immense. We don't have the totals, the scoring totals. But in the first half, it was Lates. He just couldn't miss. And then in the second half, Traveris, he played every minute of that second half as well on both sides of the floor. What a game here from the Augusta Civic Center. If the women's game is any match for this one, we'll be in for a great one as well. So that is going to do it. Congratulations to the men on their win here tonight. And to Garrett Alley, his final game here at the Augusta Civic Center. Congratulations, Garrett. What a show you put on for senior night. Well, that's going to do it. For Andy and Nate, I'm Rob. The Munsings, we're back with the women's game next.